Well, let's start there. So your tour, because we're rolling now. I want to tell the story about the tour laminates. That's cool.
When it started, we did the Golden Girls was the first one because one of our crew guys used to call us the Golden Girls or something for some reason.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so we
party hard enough.
Yeah, we didn't party hard enough. So we superimposed our faces on the Golden Girls. You were.
I think I was B. Arthur.
Yeah,
was
you
I
were
not
B. Arthur.
That was Blanche, I think.
I don't remember the damn
She
names.
was the easy one.
Yeah,
But Dave was totally baked when he was Rose. So his face is like, it looks just like Rose. It's amazing. Is her name Rose?
That's the key.
It's Betty.
Rose,
What's her
Betty
name?
White.
It's all about getting into character.
Yeah.
Got to get into character.
What's this tour
Pretty
going to
sure
be?
she's a pothead.
We've
I
done
guess
a
you've been on
bunch.
the road for a while now.
Yeah, we did Seinfeld, A-Team, Anchorman, which was great.
We just currently were using Hangover.
Hangover, yeah.
That's this tour.
Yeah.
This is tour.
This is tour. They're all going to sue
It's
us.
tough because we try to find something with 4 people so that we can put all our faces on. Because we'd like to do Step Brothers, but then there's really only 2 of them.
Me too.
Now
We
you
could
know how
do
to
Step
get
Brothers.
backstage at our shows.
We could do Step Brothers, because we could do the dad and the mom.
Joe can be the
I
mom.
can be the mom,
Yeah.
of course.
So you guys always feel for you, man.
I'm the drummer, man. It's just how,
That's how it works.
That's how it works, yeah.
You've been playing shows, obviously, midway through a tour-ish,
Here and there.
here and there.
We were playing this morning. We got off stage in Barrie at 1 a.m. this morning.
Oh, so just a few hours ago.
Yeah.
Not too long ago.
Thanks so much for coming and doing
Not
this,
too long
then.
ago.
Appreciate
This
this.
is the 3rd interview.
3rd.
And we also did we already did TV acoustic.
Look at you guys.
Hey, we're
Busy,
pros.
What song are you playing acoustic? What does the TV want?
We already did it. It was Angel. We did it acoustic.
I was gonna say, okay, that makes more sense than
Canada
Drown.
AM.
I get that. Drown acoustic. Does that work?
We've done it a few times.
It sounds good.
Sounds
Yeah.
pretty
It's a
good.
little dark for
Do the-
Canada AM.
Do those
Oh,
heavy?
baby.
Yeah, fair enough. Do those songs start on acoustic? Those heavier tunes, or do they always start in electric?
What do you mean?
Like when you're writing a song,
process?
when you're writing those heavier tunes.
I don't know, man. Like we get that question a lot. Like, how's the
Okay, then
writing
forget that
process?
question. I don't want to ask questions everyone asks you.
I mean, that's probably like the lamest question we usually get.
Well, I'm just starting out, man. Come on.
I was kidding.
We'll get there. I got a whole list of stuff.
It's a good question.
Obviously not.
No, I'm saying it's a good question because it's obviously a popular
People want to know.
topic.
Okay, all right.
No, it's all over the place. They literally could start with a lyric. That song, I think, was all the lyrics were done, and the riff was on electric, maybe. I have no
Maybe.
idea.
I don't remember.
Can't remember.
I did watch those videos. There's different instruments on this record. I saw you playing mando. You're playing a banjo at one point. Like
Believe it or not, we're actually musicians. Believe it or not, and this is
But it's like
2014.
it's like different instruments, right?
Yeah, you know,
fun
it's
stuff
fun.
to add on
It's
there.
fun
And that
in the
weird whistle
studio.
sound on Angel. Like,
Yeah, he just does that with his mouth.
oh, is that all that is?
Can't do it right now. 'cause I'm around. I just ate a bunch of crackers, so I can't. Yeah, I mean, all records will have like lap steel and banjo.
Sitar, we did
and
the sitar on that
sitar, and we try to put that kind of stuff on. Harmonica.
Some of the stuff we put on never makes it to the final edit, which is.
We had a harpsichord in one song,
Yeah.
and we're like, too bad, because you have to rent all the stuff in the studio,
Right.
and they bring it all in. We did have this one homeless, I don't know if he was really homeless, but he was a banjo dude on the side of the road, and I walked past him on the way to the studio, and I'm
And
like,
it sounded like he knew what he was doing.
it sounded like he was pretty good, so I'm like, hey, you want to play on a record? He's like, sure. So I brought him into the studio. I'm like, hey guys, meet what the guy, Ark. His name was Ark.
Ark, yeah.
Ark.
He was this old man, Ark, and so we put him in the studio and we all got him to play on this song. And he was terrible. He sucked. Now we know why he's out in the street
Well,
playing
he's
banjo.
selling a CD and stuff. He's got like a compact disc for sale out of his banjo case.
It was tough, and we had to pay him. We had to pay him union. Like we had to pay
course
him
you
union
did.
fee. We had to pay him $800.
So he was homeless, but then he went and got an apartment after that.
Yeah.
You guys are doing good deeds. This is awesome.
Yep. That's yeah, right. It was a good deed.
It's a good deed.
It's a make
We did it
work
on
project.
We did it on purpose.
Yeah.
How are the new songs sitting in the sets? How are the sets working now? I mean, you obviously have songs people want to hear. You want to play the new stuff too.
Yeah, 5 records. We still don't play some singles. So I don't know. We only play 2 songs right now, but the record comes out
Tomorrow.
July 29th tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
So we'll see. Now we get to see which songs fans gravitate towards the most, and then maybe we'll start slipping those in.
We'll start hearing them yell songs too at the shows, and that's always a good indicator of what people like and want to hear.
'Cause we have our
songs,
favorites,
Yeah, we have
but-
songs that we think will be good to add to the set, but
Which are what? No, I'm curious. What are your favorites?
We all got a few. I think that Salt in the Wound was one song that we were
Okay.
talking about maybe adding to the set soon.
And we rehearsed that a few times. It sounds awesome.
Yeah, we just start, heavy.
rehearsed.
We just started playing Angel a little bit acoustic, and that could
Sounds
get
pretty
in the
good.
set too. It sounds really good. So
It's hard to say, man. I don't know. Like, our hardcore fans are gonna like probably the songs that sound the most like us at first. So I think fans are gonna want to hear "Blow." That's very Theory of a Deadman-esque song. So we'll see. I don't know.
I like that one. It must have been fun to write. Like the lyrics, like it just
Oh, yeah.
it feels like it was a fun one to come up with.
Yeah. Well, my ex, she had a place in the Hollywood Hills, and she lived right beside Chris Brown.
That's my favorite line.
Yeah, and
good.
so I would go over there and I would literally see him all the time. And Rihanna would drive by, and it was just really odd. And so then I came up with that line about him beating Rihanna.
Makes it-
And that was the first
Should
line.
be smiling when you say that.
No, he shouldn't be doing that.
Well, that's why I like the line. You're keeping in the public's consciousness because it seems like
Right.
everyone's kind of forgiven him.
yeah, that's
It's
right.
like, come on, dude.
I know. So
Anyway.
I came up with that line at that moment, and the song, literally over a couple months, I started getting these other little lines, and it almost became like a rap.
It's totally a
It was
rap.
like, yo,
I love
yo,
it.
check this out. And
Well, there's like a hype man in the background too.
Yeah.
Every time you do like a diss, it's like, oh,
yeah, it's like, oh,
I love
snap.
that. Yeah, I love that stuff. It's hilarious.
So I don't know. It became like a fun song, and then when it was all finished, I was like, "This is it was." I thought it was really good, but I was almost nervous because I'm like, man, I don't know, like calling out people. You got to be very careful when you start doing that. But
It's all tongue in cheek, though. People get that, I think.
it's ironic. It's almost hypocritical because it's like,
Which is what makes it
Yeah,
good, is because
which
you
makes it
call
funny.
yourself out at the end, which is what I think makes
Right.
it all come together. Is you can blast everybody, and then you're like, hey, but before you get mad at me, I'm the biggest hypocrite of all. So
Right.
I like that.
yeah, I don't like dogging on people, but it's done in a, like you said, it's a
I
tongue.
don't like dogging on people, but Kanye keeps dogging on rock music, and we won't stand for that.
That's right.
I like
It's
that.
just he wears leather jogging pants.
Are they jogging pants with their leather? Is that still a thing?
Yeah, he tried to create leather jogging pants, and everyone said no, and now he's
Everyone
furious.
said no.
It's, I mean,
No,
it's
Kanye.
it's such a good idea.
I mean, it really is. They breathe.
For sweating? Yeah, it's great.
Yeah, it's great. What?
Well, you start with them on in the
Don't
morning,
chafe.
they're jogging pants, and then by the nighttime, they're skinny jeans. They're skinny leather pants ready to go.
Yeah, that sounds terrible.
Every interview I watched of you guys, like from months ago, talking about the record before it is out, you kept saying it was this heavy record. And then we're listening to it in the car this morning. And there's Angel, and then there's the one, and we're just like, oh.
Right. Wow.
There's a lot of heavy tunes,
Yeah.
but it's
There
like,
is
oh,
a
this
lot
came
of
out of left
heavy
field.
tunes. But I mean, considering what we had on the last two records, they were quite a bit funner and lighter. This one is a lot more aggressive, just maybe with the content, the lyrical content too, like songs like Drown, Savages, Sun Has Set on Me, Panic Room,
Misery of Mankind.
Misery of Mankind, Salt in the Wound. They're all very more dark and aggressive songs, and it's just some place that we needed to go. I think get away from the girls. And I met a bunch of fans last night, and this dude was like, "Taylor, give me a high five for hating women," and I'm like, just so you know, I don't hate women. Like, is that really what everyone thinks? I don't hate women. I mean,
Can I get an amen?
yeah. I
That's
know, it's just
awesome.
like, yeah. And I was like, dude, I don't hate women. And I mean, there was probably more women than men at our show last night.
Yeah.
Which is great. And they weren't throwing tomatoes.
That's the ratio we
they
like.
were throwing
More
panties.
women.
I don't know where to go from that. Oh, Alice Cooper. Let's go there. Why not? Because they're knife throwing. He throws
Wait a
knives when you're in the
Alex Cooper.
Alex Cooper. I'm sorry. Alex Baldwin. Alex Cooper.
Yeah, Alice Baldwin. We had Alice Baldwin on this.
He throws knives in the studio. I heard someone talking about this.
Yeah. Yeah, well, he had
a thing?
that's what he used to do that on stage. I guess he had some sort of circus thing where he
Some
would,
chick spinning, probably.
yeah, and throw knives at it. And he's so good at it. And then they couldn't let him do it anymore because I guess
He killed someone.
he killed somebody.
That's good for rock and roll folklore.
But yeah, he does have a dartboard in the studio with knives, and he comes in and he's like, "Hey, what's up?" And he just starts throwing them. He's really good at it. So I'm like, "Oh yeah." I threw one. It just none of them stuck. One bounced off and came flying, hit me in the shoe. And I'm like, man, this is harder than it looks. But they're all real. Like they're sharp. You had ninja stars and stuff. Ones that were like these spikes, just like pointy spikes, and they're just so cool. I just want to throw it at at somebody.
Alice Cooper would be awesome in
Brown.
a zombie apocalypse. You know, he'd just be dropping zombies with his knives all over the place.
Yeah.
It'd be amazing.
He'd fit right in too. You could probably walk around with the makeup. You'd never
Yeah.
even
I
know.
wonder if Alice Cooper would have to attack Rob Zombie.
That's a good question.
My question was going to be, who wrote that part that he speaks? Was that you guys, or did he want to say some certain things?
No, that was me. He just read it verbatim. It actually had the F-bomb in it, and he refused to say that. And I knew right away, too. I instantly said, before even saying it, I'm like, he's not going to swear. He's not going to. It's just his... He doesn't need
thing.
to. It's Alice Cooper doesn't need to swear. So I originally did the spoken word, but we were hoping to get somebody. We talked about it a little bit. We're like, well, we got to get someone like epic. We threw out some
Somebody
names.
recognizable.
Yeah, and someone had said, like, let's get a classic artist, like a classic rock guy that everyone knows, like a famous person. And our producer, Howard Benson, was once managed by Alice Cooper's manager. What was his name?
I don't know.
Shepherd?
Gordon?
Shep Gordon. Yeah, Mike
Shep
Myers just
Gordon.
made a movie on him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he's got the movie that came out. Yeah, so Howard called Shep Gordon and sent him the song, and he was like, yeah, it's great, let's do it. So Alice was into it.
Talking about guests, and I hate to bring this up, but the country song is stuck in my head for some reason.
That's an awesome song.
Yeah.
Like one of my faves.
It's so different. Never would have
I know.
expected that there. And last time I saw Charlotte was for Rascal Flats. And then
That's
Joe Don's
right.
on that tune.
Joe Don Rooney, yeah, he loves that song too. We talked on the phone. He's like, man, the song's awesome, man. So I don't know. That's my impersonation of every country person. Could have been Tim McGraw.
Writing a country song that was different, is it not? Is it?
I don't know that it's that big of a stretch. We've got a bunch of stuff that's country leaning in the
Yeah.
past. So I don't think it's that far of a departure.
Is there a difference to writing a country song than a rock song?
Not really. I mean, the approach is exactly the same. It's just
Country's about losing your wife,
Yeah.
and then your dog dies, and then you run out of beers.
you run out of gas in your pickup truck.
Yeah. And,
Yeah, I don't know.
You
It's
got all
just
those
the
lines in
content.
there, I think, though.
Yeah.
It's just the content. That's the fun thing about that song. It's just literally the stereotype about country songs, about how country music is all. I mean, it's the same as rock. Like, it's just the cliche with rock and roll is just all about, you know, songs are like, it's all Motley Crue. It's like songs about girls and strip clubs and
Yeah.
partying and the tour bus and the hot tub. And you're like, what?
which is all true.
Like, when's the last time you wrote a song about that? Bad girlfriend. But and in country, the cliche is all everything's about. Oh, woe is me,
Yeah.
and losing everything, and I'm all
The
alone.
dogs are barking.
So we just wrote the song is just a cliche about living your life like a country song. So you lost it all. And we trying to get Willie Nelson on it somehow, but
I know. That would
try
be
to
the
get him in
best.
the video because one of the lines talks about you know you're living your life like you're in a Willie Nelson track.
Yeah.
Let's go.
I feel bad you haven't said anything yet. And I told you I'm going to get a question to you.
Told you I would.
We got Joe just for the
So
look.
here's my thing. When someone joins the band kind of midway through, what was the hardest to wrap your head around behind the kit from the old tunes? Like, what took the longest?
Well, Joe was a super fan.
Yeah.
Or maybe they were all easy. I don't know.
No, I found them to be fine.
Yeah.
But you know what? It's funny because I was actually playing in cover bands before I joined these guys too, across the country, and I happened to just play some of the Theory songs in that band. So coming in was nice because I knew them, but it was nice because I was actually playing with the original guys.
And he'd be like,
You know, the
my
guys are
cover
really-
band does this better. Told you guys.
You guys suck. No, so it was nice to have that transition, but it was a huge life change for me, going from that to these guys.
Yeah, to like touring the world probably
Yeah.
and doing all that stuff.
Yeah.
And they still razz you on the car.
Oh yeah,
on the laminates.
it'll
and
never,
stuff.
it'll never end. I'll always be the new
Always
guy.
be the new guy.
Joe was the Bradley Cooper on Hangover.
That's the A+ guy. That's who you
I
want.
had to be the nerd with the missing tooth.
Dude, I was the baby.
Face tattoo.
I had to be the stupid baby.
Dude.
You should show people these pictures. I think, I think
I
people-
just left mine too. I should have had it. I should have brought it.
that would have been good. That would have been a good prop for the interview.
I know.
Okay, so we do something called 5 questions. 5 quick questions, 1-word answers. Everyone can answer.
All right.
Road or studio?
Road.
Lennon or McCartney?
McCartney.
McCartney.
I'm gonna go off.
Harrison.
Yeah, I'm gonna go off the table.
Cool.
I'll go George Harrison.
You can. When you hear a song, what usually hits you first? Lyrics, melody, or rhythm?
Melody.
Rhythm.
Yeah, melody.
Melody.
If someone's never heard Theory before, what song do they start with?
Santa Monica.
Ooh,
Same time.
Yeah, Santa
Yeah?
Monica.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. In one word, Theory of a Dead Man.
Tired.
Yeah, I don't know. It's a tough one.
Very
One word.
hardworking.
Okay. That's like 3 words. man.
Yeah, but I'll give it to him.
Whatever.
I'll say very.
Whatever.
You can say hard and you can say working.
Happy. It's a good one.
Yeah. Good.
That's good. Thanks, guys.
Our
Appreciate
pleasure.
it.
Thank you.
Thank.
Just
One
thank.
word.
Thank.
Wrap it
Bye.
up. One word.